got to say, best task ever. Love this task. What did you think of it? Love this. But my nerves are definitely shredded. We have had Chloe the Dark Lord! The Hole! Eileen and the Maggot! Save the maggot, save them. Yeah, we won't save the maggots from you. And whoever thought that spaghetti could be so scary, I do not know. But Eileen's face was a picture. The housemates have been having a right old mare, but while the main show are in the dark, we are tripping the Dance Fantastic down here because it's Dr. Dance Day on Bunch! Tonight, give it up for the beautylicious John Parkin. She is absolutely redonkulous. Gina Rio. And the next one's got a lot of wire front. It's John McCreary. Do you know what? I've got absolute dance fever. Is there a doctor in the house? It's Dr. Dance. I'm so excited. All right, relax. Take a load off, get comfortable. Can we just say we need to get John a Diet Cola as well? You all right?
Now, listen here, Rylan. No, this is serious now. We all think of this. You know Big Brother so well. You control it. Can you promise the public, everybody who's watching, all the audience, that ghastly Simon, prancing, preening, loudmouth, gross he is, showbiz show-off, will never be parachuted back in the house.
I can't promise anything,
You must do.
John.
Do it. Does anybody want that guy?
The official line from Bart's is, we wish him well. Now, listen, my dreams have come true tonight because I get to do my first Doctor Dance. I've never done it. That is later on, but before that, let's get illuminated with our panel tonight. We saw the housemates tackle their first shopping task. Eileen, Danny and Amy got covered in quite a lot of stuff, really, in the bath. So, Gina, let's come to you straight up. How would you have dealt with that one?
Oh my gosh. Well, the thing is, I think I did quite well when I was in the house. Not to blow my own trumpet, but I ate. I don't know, but I had like sheep's eyeballs and stuff like that. So I think I could actually deal with it. But then the maggots, I felt quite sorry for Amy. I really did.
Well, we saw her get covered with actual live maggots. I didn't know they were live until the lights turned on. Same as
the
her.
teddies.
Oh yeah, the teddies
I'll be happy
were all right.
with the teddies.
But if you don't like it, then she put her hand straight down her pants. And I was like inviting them into a nice, warm, dark place for them to rest and lay their eggs.
Oh, don't. John, do you think they were the worst thing that dropped?
Well, we had a record tonight on Bruv, all the years of Bruv. Has there ever been so many oh my gods? So they should count up the number of oh my gods. That is an absolute world record. I thought Eileen was absolutely brilliant.
Oh, Eileen.
She is fantastic. We must not vote her out for goodness sake.
Right. I've got a clip of Eileen's face. I absolutely love her face.
It's a shame on the housemates they used her age.
Yes,
She's
I
51.
agree.
It's disgusting.
I love it.
So, for
51.
goodness sake, stand up. 51. What's wrong with being 51?
Nothing. Yeah.
I will soon become 51.
I mean, look, time's been good to you, McCreary.
No, but I'm not 51 yet, you fool.
Maybe time hasn't. Well, listen, let's ask you lot, what would you have dropped on the housemates? Go on.
Do you know what I'd have put on Amy?
What?
Eggs.
Eggs!
She
Could have worked.
Do you know what? She's nicked the eggs, right? She wants eggs. Give her them.
Yeah.
You would have put all the eggs on.
She could have had them on her head.
Yeah.
What else would we have put on her?
Tampons.
Welcome back, Joe.
Thank you,
Love to see
darling.
you, babes.
Have you missed me?
Looking well.
Thank you. Swell, maybe?
Very well.
I would have put tampons dipped in red wine.
Oh, Junie! Junie! Oh, you've let yourself down on the debut.
She meant champagne, not red wine, champagne.
Yeah, we'll stick with the champagne.
Tartar
Johnny,
sauce.
got to ask you.
Come on.
Eileen's reactions.
I mean, I love Eileen, but the thing is, you can't really tell whether she was like frightened or not because her eyebrows are already halfway up her forehead anyway. I'm like, babe, lay off that. But I love her. We call her Brie Vanderkamp in our
Brie
house.
Vanderkamp, yes!
Eileen, I absolutely love her. She was auditioning for one of her own movies.
I know. Well,
wasn't she?
that's all I was watching it, and when she's just going,
And not one of those movies either. Not that.
I was like, go on, Eileen. We know where you've been. John, do you think she was overreacting a
Oh,
bit?
she's fantastic.
You
She
love
is
her.
the one woman in the house who has lived life.
Yes.
We need people who've got so much to give. All her experiences, her sex life would be fantastic to learn about. For God, we've got to keep Eileen in, and we've got to keep Ajoa in as well. But we'll come back to Ajoa. She's got to go. No, she does. No.
Whoa. We'll
Listen,
come
no,
back.
no,
We'll come
listen
back.
here. No, you're a twerp yourself. Listen here.
Oh,
Eileen, we must keep in. And Ajoa is the Mario Balotelli of the house. She always say, why do they pick on me? Always picking on me. I'm to blame. Poor Ajoa. She must be kept in. And that pussy. She loves. I've got two cats. I've got two cats, Burlington and a
I'm
lovely
horrified.
other cat.
I feel sick.
Really, absolutely beautiful. My other cat is as well, Gertrude. And I love cats. She loves her pussy. She loves other people's pussy.
This is making me
We've
ill.
got to keep Ajoa in, and we've got to keep Eileen in.
I would just very quickly like to say, if you've been affected by John McCree mentioning pussy, please call the helpline, but we don't have that at the moment. We've actually got that clip of Eileen that I love. Can we play it? Let's take a look. We just want to see the vampire teeth in now. I absolutely love it. Let's move on to Danny. Gina, do you think he did a good job of manning up?
When has he ever manned up?
Oh, Gina Rio.
No, I don't mean like he's a hottie anyway, but like I mean like when has he manned up? I haven't seen it.
Don't tell me you fancy him. Do you fancy him?
I don't know him to fancy him, but he's good looking.
And also, when he was sat in the bathroom, he was like, Danny, Demolition Man. He's like, ooh. He sat there like covering himself up like this, like he's doing a close-up. It's like, no, he didn't man up.
You did not man up. Well, how do you think they all did? Come on.
They did really well, but I think it would have been better if they'd have had worse stuff put on them instead of
Like
teddy
what?
bears, fish guts.
John McCririck. Someone said drop John in. Drop John
Fish
in.
guts.
had some
Overripe
squids,
fruit.
though.
Overripe fruit. That's a good one.
Yeah, couple
Yeah.
of bits of fruit.
Yeah.
Spiders.
Spiders,
Oh,
definitely
you
spiders.
sick person. I couldn't deal with that. Let's move on. We saw the boys arm wrestle each other in the bedroom. Christian didn't appear too happy to lose the arm wrestle. Johnny, do you think that was genuine devastation?
I mean, I think it actually was, but first thing, do not be taking on the personal shopper in an armrest, because he's got strong forearms carrying all those handbags to
Yes.
those ladies round. Can I help you with your bags? So don't be taking him on like in the armrest,
Yes.
because those forearms are made of steel.
Well, this is what I'm saying. We saw him beat Aaron, didn't we?
Exactly.
We saw him beat Aaron. Aaron's been quite vulnerable in there, I think it's fair to say so far. John,
No, he's a crybaby. No, he is. He is pathetic.
No, he's
always
cute.
losing.
No, he's cute.
And what I want to know is, where was God? Was Christian was saying he was saved from eviction because God told Jack to save him. You see, really believe
Leave
7
Christian alone.
billion people on the planet, God's listening to his plea to be kept in the Big Brother, as I ask you. So Christian, listen.
No,
He might have been. You never know. You never know. He might have been listening. Might have been on phone or something. Let's move on to Chloe, because she was chosen to be the Dark Lord and take selected housemates into the hole. As a reminder, she chose Ajoa, Jack, Aaron, Joel, Nick and Jade. So, Johnny, do you think she made the right choice taking them ones in?
Well, actually, no. But when we were watching it, we thought, oh, don't take Jack in. He's going to, like, really want to stay. And then I was really surprised. I think we were all really surprised that he was, you know, the first one to sort of crack under the pressures.
Because he's the one who's been really moaning about the food the most.
But I think he had all that gunk dropped on him, and he was just like,
in his new jacket he bought when he got his shot.
I know, but might be a good thing for Chloe in the end, mightn't it?
John, how do you think she handled
Well,
it?
it was an impossible task. That could never have been won by Chloe, because they weren't all going to walk out facing shame, all the other housemates, no food and everything like that. But Chloe made a huge mistake. When Jack went, she should have gone back in the house and dragged the other ones out. Why did she go out with just with Jack? So she didn't really face up to it. It was an impossible task. We were betting 50 to 1 on she'd fail the task.
Doing the
and she
YMCA
did. She
again. Here
failed
he
it.
goes. There he goes. They're giving it all that. Well, listen, someone who knows Chloe very well is Chloe's boyfriend, Matt, and he's on the line now. Hi, Matt.
Hi, mate. You all right?
Hello, mate. How are you? Thanks for calling in. Matt, how do you think she's getting on?
Express, yeah, fantastic. I feel really proud of her at the minute.
Yeah, you've... Oh, he's nice. He's proud. Is she being the Chloe that you know at home?
Not really. I think she's sort of trying to stand up. She seems a bit concealed at the minute. I don't know if that's with editing or with what you're seeing, but I mean, on some episodes, I wouldn't even be surprised if she's been evicted. I've not even seen her hardly. Do you know what I mean? So, but maybe it's not a bad thing that she's not one of the loudest or one at reckless at the minute. That might backfire. Do you know what I mean? So,
one thing that she has done, Matt, obviously, I can tell you all, they actually failed the task today. So, how do you think she's going to take it? Because a lot of that did ride. Well, all of it rode on her.
it depends. If it weren't a fundamental error what she's actually made, I think she'll cope with it. She'll be all right. If she had made a big error.
Why did she walk out with Jack? Why didn't she go back in the house, drag the others out? What's wrong with the girl?
Matt?
Oh, if it had been me, she'd have been straight in. She'd have had bat and lot. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, well, so maybe we'll have to put Matt in. Matt would have dragged him right out. Matt, I'm going to give you this opportunity. If you could speak to her now, what advice would you give her?
Just not get upset, really. Not let people sort of let her get her down. If she's probably trying to make friends and just try and get on with people. That's it, basically. Be strong.
Do you know what, Matt? Even if she does go soon, I think she's got a nice boyfriend on the outside. Don't you? Give it up for Matt. Thanks for ringing, mate.
Thanks a lot.
Are you surprised that the guys didn't leave so early? Because she was putting up quite a good fight, wasn't she?
Do you know what? If you're in that kind of environment, have fun. Everyone was like scared in bed. I would have gone and caused havoc, like scared them and made everyone really scared. But everyone was just in bed.
You just do that generally, didn't you? It don't need to be a task.
But everyone was just in bed, just trying to be scared.
Stayed in their own beds, though. Don't you think that should have been one of the things that you stay in your own bed. You don't share.
I thought she was doing really well. I think the main mistake she made was not gathering everyone together who was going to leave before she left. You had a Joa jumping on Jack, which was great.
Yeah.
All the
That
time.
was brilliant.
And I thought she was prime for someone who was going to leave. But when they all gathered together and she left with Jack, she needed to get 4 people ready to go and then leave at the same time. Once she was nearing the door and she was trying to sort of persuade people, they were all grouped together, and then it was kind of those two against the rest of them.
That's what I'm saying. They should have been.
Yeah. Listen, good bit of chat. Give yourselves a round of applause. I like it. Coming up, Matt Richardson is going to be delving deep into the social needs habits of our housemates. Plus, we'll be dropping some exclusives from the house. And for the first time in this series, I'm getting down and dancing with Dr. Dance. Welcome back. The Big Brother's bit on the side where all of our housemates have been getting scared witless by mundane everyday objects. It's so ridiculous. No, I don't want it. I told you not to do the teddy. Put the exclusive on. Put the teddy on.
I'm just trying to explain how I feel about girls. So it's only happened 2 or 3 times in my life where I felt different towards a girl. I felt like I wanted more than friendship, so kissing and cuddling, but less than full sex.
Yeah.
So it's in between that, and it's only happened 2 or 3 times.
I know what.
But I'm just really open to it all, and it is what it is.
Would you let me give you oral sex?
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
What is oral sex?
Licking her out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Would you let me finger you?
No, I actually don't like that.
Oh dear. Would you let her?
Was she crying?
Yeah. Listen, we'll talk about that a bit later, maybe. But the housemates have only been in there a week, but they're already starting to let their hair down. Now, we've seen them strutting their stuff, and who better to help us make sense of their moves than a man who is an expert in dance psychology. You might like dancing, but he just don't like it. He loves it. And here to tell us what their moves reveal about them is our very own Dr. Dance, Peter Lovett!
Oh, I love it.
Welcome back. It's such a pleasure to have you back. And I'm so genuinely excited to be doing this. It's my first time So you're going to have to go easy on me.
I'll be gentle with you, I promise.
Well, listen, right, let's talk about Jade. Should we have a quick look at her?
Okay.
Let's take a quick look. Oh, wow, okay. So what are we making of Jade?
Well, now, lap dancing tells scientists something really interesting about female fertility. Because what we know is that lap dancers earn more tips at the more fertile stage of their menstrual cycle.
Oh, what?
And what they're doing when they're dancing, they're isolating their hips when they're doing it. If you isolate your hips, I'll take this off so we can see clearly. There we are. So we're just we're grooving the hips. Now, when women dance, when they're at the more fertile stage of their cycle, and they're dancing with their hips a bit like this, then men find them more attractive and give them more tips in those gentlemen clubs. But when the women are dancing in the less fertile stage, they move their whole body around and they earn less tips in those phases. So what we should do, lovely. What we should do, we should watch the women over the course of the show and see how much they show themselves, either by the way they move their body or how much flesh they show. Because that will be related.
Shakira.
Oh, lovely.
A bit like...
we could,
I'm thinking a bit Shakira. I like that. Okay, so Jade's sort of like, wooing the boys a little bit.
She certainly
and
is,
maybe
yeah.
after that exclusive, some of the girls. Let's move on to Aaron. Let's take a look at him.
Okay. Well,
right, okay. So we've got a pole. We've got a pole.
Well, he's like a peacock, but he's a wet, floppy peacock. Now, the problem with him, what he's doing, you see, he's kind of gripping the pole, but not really very decisively. Right. And he's being a bit kind of woolly with his movements and a bit floppy and fluid. And what he's doing with the pole, now we know from the scientific research, it's absolutely true, that the way you move your body changes the way you think about yourself, about your risk-taking behaviour, your power, your confidence, all those things.
Okay.
And what he's doing, he's got this very low-power movements going on, all kind of floppy. What he needs to do, he needs to grip that pole really tight. And he needs to then have the stronger, decisive movements in the pole, because not only get that pole moving. And of course, what we know then is seriously that his psychology will change and his confidence will improve, and he won't be hiding himself away under his hoodie, and he'll be more confident in the house.
So he just needs to grip that pole and give it a good grind.
He certainly does, strongly and confidently in a masculine way.
A bit more confidence we need from Aaron.
Exactly.
Should we talk about Eileen?
Eileen.
Let's have a little look.
Okay.
Eileen is clearly loving life.
She loves life. Now, she's like a 70s groover, like a soul groover, and she can feel that rhythm.
Yeah.
And what she's doing, she's kind of grooving away. And she's like a child in an adult's body, dancing and enjoying herself. But it's really interesting because the other girls in the group really don't like her at all. They're kind of, they're more like, in a dance world, they're more like wannabe Spice Girls.
Oh, well, ain't we all?
But Eileen, she's this groover. And then suddenly, like a Northern Soul, she'll probably suddenly put a kick in and then a turn.
Oh, okay,
because she loves life, and she just had, brilliant, that's it. And that's what, so we could have the soul groovers, they used to do all that kind of dancing.
So she's got quite a deep soul, and she's just letting it all out.
Soul, indeed, exactly. She can feel that rhythm. And again, the scientific research shows that we can feel that rhythm from 2 days old. As babies, when you're born, 2-day-old babies can perceive rhythm, and by a few months of age, they can start to respond to rhythmic movements. And she's got that. We often lose that, but she's got it.
So Eileen's got a good old soul, and she's letting it out.
Oh, yes, she certainly does.
Let's move on to a Joey. Let's see what she has to do. Right, so now this music to me says a bit geisha-y.
We need the fans for this.
Oh, hang on, it's my biggest fan, hang on.
What she's doing, now imagine you've got a penny stuck up your bum, and then walk in little tiny steps, and spin your fan, and then do a little flourish with the fan, lovely, and then a little flourish here, and then whip it round. Now, she's interesting because She's like this geisha dancer. So she's just like a dancer like that, because what they do, they don't show themselves their real personality.
Yeah, it's very much like, don't look at me, I'm shy.
Exactly, they're kind of painted people. And what happens to them psychologically is then we then project personality onto them. Now, what we've seen with her, she's been getting upset with people voting her as the most this and the most that, and the not very nice person.
Yeah.
But of course, she can't see what other people can see, because she's not presenting her real self.
Because she's being a bit geisha-y.
She is. She's being a blank canvas, and we're putting that stuff onto her psychologically, and that's why we can see it and she can't, and that's why she's getting upset.
That's why she's getting her night.
Yes.
She's covering it all up.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Sarah. Let's see what she's done. Right, now she seems to be getting her groove on.
Yeah, but it's not about groove with Sarah, you see. Sarah, she's a contradiction. So psychologically, she's a contradiction inside the house. Sometimes she's helpful, sometimes she's a bit not very nice. Sometimes she's the mother of the house, sometimes she's not the mother of the house. So if she was a dance, she would be abstract contemporary dance.
Oh.
Because abstract contemporary dance, a little bit like Sarah, is neither one thing or another.
Hang on. Who remembers Pete Burns, George Galloway in the onesie?
Oh.
So, like that?
This abstract contemporary dance is a thing where you don't quite know what's coming next, but it looks like dance, but also it doesn't look anything like dance at all, you see. And this is why she is an abstract contemporary dance.
So we just don't know what's going to come next.
Not at all, no, we can't predict her. And that's the thing with the abstract dance, you can't predict what's coming next, and we can't predict what's coming with Sarah.
Okay, so she's probably one to watch.
She's complex, yeah.
She's complex, there you go. Should we move on to Kieran?
Kieran,
Let's take a look
absolutely.
at him.
Okay.
Now look at that.
Okay.
Dancing from the start.
He's the man, you see. Now he's a groover too, so he'd be doing this kind of movement. He'd go, and then he'd go slide, up, and a slide. And again we go, but he's an everyman, so he would then take on all the forms of dance. So he'd take on the 70s groove, because he's the kind of everyman in the house. He talks to everyone, he's the voice of reason, and he's got all those positive characteristics. He's like the teacher of the house.
He's just letting it all go.
Yeah, he could talk to anyone, so he might do the contemporary. He might do some of that to the music.
Bit of that?
A bit of that, yeah. He might do some of that as well. He'd be the kind of party animal, and then he'd be the kind of real groove. Whoa!
Oh, look at
then
that.
he'd be like,
What a move.
What a move!
Now listen, I love that. I love that about the housemates, but there is one person who loves to throw shapes. He has done it all. He's done theatre, ballet, musicals. He's even done a bit of tumbling on that other show. John, come on, John Partridge, come on. Come on. Look at this.
Oh, look at this.
I'm not having you stuck behind the panel, all right? Now, listen, John, I want you to dance for us,
To interpret.
Yeah, we're going to play you a little track,
Okay.
all right? And we just want you to dance. And me and Peter, we're going to stand back and we're just going to assess what we make of it.
Okay.
All right, so can we get the track, please?
I love wine. Wine is my friend. I love wine. Wine is my friend.
I think he's a quite complex psychological character. I think there's obviously been things in his childhood which are coming out through the way that he's dancing here. Certainly a need for technical brilliance, and showmanship as well. So those two things together.
I agree.
Yeah.
He's very, very technical.
Very technical.
Obviously,
It's mad as a March hare.
mad as a March.
My career is over.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on. Thank you so much. Give it up for John, come on. Peter, thank you so much. I've thoroughly enjoyed my first Dr. Dance experience. Promise me you'll come back?
I will, I promise.
He'll come back. Give it up for Dr. Dom! Coming up after the break, we're going to be unleashing some never-before-seen footage from the house. Plus, Matt Richardson will be giving his own unique take on what's been going down in the world of social media. But for one unlucky housemate, their time in the BB bungalow will come to a Friday finish, Peter. What a shame. It's 1 from 3. Who goes? Your little pinkies decide. This week, Adjoa, Eileen and Sarah all face the public vote. Who goes? You decide. From a landline, call 090 20 44 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. From a mobile, call 6 50 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. For Adjoa, add 02. For Eileen, add 07. For Sarah, add 14. Mobile and BT landline votes cost 50 pence. Other landlines may vary, or you can vote via the Big Brother app, where 2 votes will cost you 99p. Voting closes in Friday's eviction show. If you're watching on catch-up after that or outside the UK, please don't vote. Votes cast after lines close won't count. You can find terms on the Big Brother website. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. Now, Matt Richardson will be with us very shortly, but first, I've got another exclusive just for you lot. Now, when it was revealed to the house that the housemates and Chloe had lost the task, it didn't go too well. Take a look.
Oh, we left. With the Dark Lord, now stand up.
It's Chloe.
No, it's Jeremy. I'm so sorry. Housemates have failed this week's shopping task.
Oh my God, are you fucking serious?
Oh, so actually...
This is what I'm saying.
Appliances will not be reinstated.
Are you taking the piss?
I feel fucked over, I really do.
Sorry.
Guys, I was in there for 12 hours.
I know.
You could have just left.
Yeah, but you know, it could happen to anybody, so...
We said he got a chance to redeem it back or something.
No,
we're very
clever. Guys, I generally stayed in there because I thought I was going to win it for you guys.
Don't worry about
it. Babe, everyone felt the same way. Everyone felt the same way.
Oh, bit awkward. A little bit awkward. So, yeah, we can reveal that they failed. I love it when we make them stop. John, what are you making of that?
Well, food starvation, I know all about that. It is awful in there. You don't have enough to eat. You've got ghastly housemates you never really want to see or hear from again. And you're starving, and they keep you awake by noises in the bedroom.
That just reminds me, John, actually, how is Jackie Stallone? She well?
I thought she was an Italian mama. Jackie Stallone cooking spaghetti bolognese and everything like that. She never lifted a finger to help herself. She was appalling, and she smelt. So,
Don't! I bet she smelt like a lovely perfume. No, we don't know any brand. Anyway, listen, I was going to give my next guest a nice witty introduction, you know, and to explain, you know, he's here to fulfil all your social media needs. But then I thought, no, I'm the funny one. Do you know what I mean? I'm not. But then I thought, no, Ryland, don't be an idiot. So here's a man, drier than a desert, but funnier than your potty mouth grandmother, and better looking. Than not a lot of people, really. Sorry, mate. Give it up for Matt Richardson.
Yes, hello. Thank you very much. So we've got a new series with new housemates, and a week in, it's getting better and better. Twitter has been great for opinions, observations, and the trolls, but it has also been a great place for me to go and look at what our contestants were like before they entered the house. Yes, I went all time bomb on them and found some great stuff. We'll start with Jack's Twitter, and it contains sort of slightly heartbreaking tweets like this. Things I want: 1, sleep; 2, food; 3, money. Things I am: 1, tired; 2, fat; 3, poor. Life in a tweet. Oh, Jack, I wish I could say things have improved, but now you just need to add hot water to the list of things that you want in life. I think we're all starting to see a nicer side of Christian too. He's a sensitive man, I can prove it, right? On his Twitter, I had a look, and what he's been saying, it's all profound quotes that kind of make no sense, like this. Rule number 1, never be number 2. That's wrong. We all know that first the worst, second the best, mate. Come on, that is rubbish. And often, the things that are most beautiful are the most dangerous. How many beautiful things have we hurt, right? What a ridiculous tweet. That wouldn't even make sense if it was put on a picture of a sunset and a 14-year-old girl put it on Instagram, right? It's bullshit. Ladies, as well, by the way, he seems to have, you know, has it all, doesn't he? Looks, brains, a fake accent, and he's pretty deep, right? Things like this. Make the money. Don't let the money make you. Hashtag profound. Ugh. Fingers crossed he keeps showing us some of his softer side in the house, and eventually what he actually sounds like. That'd be nice. Tonight's episode was the best so far, with the whole giving the housemates the worst night's sleep they've ever had, worse than a budget hotel in Doncaster. No hot water, basic food, but on the plus side, they finally have some more eggs, which is always good, right? That's what you want, isn't it? Some more eggs. I wasn't sure what I thought about the housemates last week, right? But now they're all sort of slightly growing on me, and I think I kind of fell in love with the house tonight. I think it was the best episode. They're starting to show their intelligent and caring sides, and like a romantic weekend in Italy, Eileen was showered with teddy bears, feathers and spaghetti, but her main worry was not her own welfare, but that of the maggots, right?
I really hope that you're not going to kill the maggots afterwards, because that would be very sad. I believe we're all on this planet to do something, and we're all here for a reason. And I know they're just maggots, but they've got a life as well, and that's their life.
Look, Eileen, that's very sweet, but what about the teddy bears, yeah? Why aren't you worried about those? Those poor bears were kidnapped when they were going into the woods to a picnic with their families, but you don't give a shit, do you? Although, on the plus side, we now have Paddington interested in going to Celebrity Big Brother, so everything's got a bonus. Now, Joel's previous tweets are all very inoffensive and easy to read, things like this, you know? Chilling in Starbucks, like stuff like that, nice and inoffensive, easy. So I was quite surprised to see him talking about this.
Do you think there's anything wrong with waterboarding?
Joel, if I were you, I'd be very careful about talking about that when Big Brother are watching and planning next week's shopping task. You could be in for a massive shock. Right? And the conditions in the house are bad enough as it is. I heard a rumour there were 2 guys in a prison camp overheard saying, "Give me waterboarding any day." Apparently in Big Brother UK, they've got no butter or eggs. Ugh. Although all the talk of waterboarding makes this tweet look very suspicious. Busy day tomorrow if the weather's good. I'll be constructing my paddling pool. What have you got planned for that, Joel? Sinister. Now, the hole was amazing, right? I loved the bit where the woman smashes through the mirror and crawls through, right? And I think Chloe could have gotten them all out the house pretty fast if Big Brother had booked Katie Hopkins to do that. They'd have definitely won the task. Can you imagine? You'd be straight out when you were, right? So it was nice seeing them trying to help each other through, you know, with Jade helping them meditate and imagine they're in a field full of flowers. And Aaron's concern was lovely when Jack was thrown up on.
Oh my fucking God! It's tomato, I think it's...
No, my trainers!
I need my Adidas jacket!
Oh no, Aaron, your trainers! Oh! Although, to be fair, most of your clothes look like they've been thrown up on already, so I wouldn't worry too much about that, mate. Look at that! Boom! Right? Looking at Twitter, we all think it's hard to see what's coming. I feel like Sarah in her sunglasses. Although Eamon Holmes has an interesting observation. Nick looks like a tall version of Dec Donnelly. It's weird. I think he looks more like E.T. wrapped up in a blanket. So good, right? Looks just like him. Also, by the way, was it just me, or did Nick and Jade almost look like they were having a cosy little spoon? Yeah? Hopefully he can find someone, because it doesn't look like he's had much luck in the past. He's tweeted things like this. People go on about me meeting people on Tinder. I've never even had a match. Always swiping right, too. Oh, fingers crossed Jade might be his the one, and he can be one of her many. Thank you, by the way, for sending in your questions to me using #AskMattBBBots. Keep doing that. @SuperBigBrotherAskedMatt. Which twin would you date? And the answer is easy. Neither. Only because the last thing you want when you're with your girlfriend getting amorous in the bedroom is to reach into the bedside table to get you-know-what and just pull out an egg. Be ridiculous. That's all from me. Thanks very much.
Oh, get over that. Love that. Love that. That was good. Love that. Coming up after the break, we're going to be hearing what our panel and audience make of the latest house shenanigans, particularly housemates that clash. But first, Friday night is eviction night, and 3, sadly, isn't the magic number for those ladies. Who goes? You decide! This week, Ajoa, Eileen and Sarah all face the public vote. Who goes? You decide. From a landline, call 090 20 44 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. From a mobile, call 650 58 and add the number of the housemate you want to evict. For Ajoa, add 02. For Eileen, add 07. For Sarah, add 14. Mobile and BT landline votes cost 50p. Other landlines may vary, or you can vote via the Big Brother app, where 2 votes will cost you 99p. Voting closes in Friday's eviction show. If you're watching on catch-up after that or outside the UK, please don't vote. Votes cast after lines close won't count. You can find terms on the Big Brother website. Yeah, go on, ta-da. Time for the news. Can you believe we've done that quick? Look, we got rid of the table and everything. I nearly died. Welcome back to Box News. We can never keep it clean because today it's a down and dirty special. Oh, yeah. Despite seeming all sweet and innocent, we've discovered the filthiest couple in the house.
Have you had a shower since it's cold? No, I haven't either.
Don't be in that cold shower.
I stink of like BO.
It'd be better if you didn't have like a swimsuit to wear.
I know.
Because that's just going to make you cold as soon as you jump out.
I know. I'm going to have to just man it though.
Mate, have a wash. That's what you should do. Do you know what I mean? And just like Christian, who wanted more than anything to bring last summer's ice bucket challenge back, he actually forgot the ice cubes. There's no ice. No ice. No ice. A little underwhelming, but it's okay. Do you know what I mean? It'll make for a great rap. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, no one's fault to rap about ice or it. Oh yeah, baby, yeah. Sorry. Well, the housemates have got their own little hygiene habits. It turns out Aaron's a right old scrubber. Filthy. And do you know what? It had seemed that tonight's scaremonger tactics have gotten to him as well. So much that he decided to acclimatise to living in the dark. And he's even come up with an ingenious coping mechanism to keep his eyes shut. He didn't think that one through, did he? He didn't think that one through. And whilst we're on the subject of soaping up, yesterday, Christian has admitted having his first solo release in the shower.
Have any of you done like the Dirty Deed yet or not?
No, have
I haven't. No.
Have you thought about it?
No.
Yeah. You don't
have? Oh, yeah.
Oh, Chris, is he serious?
Yeah.
Well, if he's done it, I might just do it.
I haven't done it yet.
He's serious.
Longest I've gone before that, a few hours.
Yeah. Christians have one in the shower.
Like JJ, the dog already eating chocolate bars. The dog, you eating one.
Did you clean the floor?
Of course I fucking did.
Christian, did you aim for the bottle?
Shut up, man. I'm not discussing this.
Shit, did you stroke one out for a while? Like, what? Or did you fire it out? Like,
Did it thunder out?
It's not a fucking gun.
I heard it.
It's not a weapon.
But listen, I don't know if anyone else noticed, but unfortunately for Nick, I think he was in the firing line. Did you see that? Look. I'm just saying, all right? And I don't know if anyone else noticed, but I was in the camera runs and I think Aaron had a little fiddle in the kitchen.
God, keep on going, mate. What have you done there for yourself? That was brilliant last night for you.
No, fucking hell.
That weren't a cup of tea. It wasn't. I think he was doing it with a fault. And I hope he washed his hands. And that's today's news. It's time now for another exclusive from the house. Just for you.
I know I might seem like I'm being emotional, but it's just draining. It's fucking draining and fucking with my head, for fuck's sake. I just wish it wasn't like this, Big Brother. It's so hard. I feel like I look so weak because I've cried a lot. I've looked like I've been fed up so many times. Like, I don't even know how I'm dealing with things. Like, I feel like it just looks like, compared to everyone else, it just looks like I'm just having the worst time of my fucking life.
She's putting a lot of pressure on herself, I think, in there. John, what are you making of it?
Poor Adoja, you've got to think about her pussy all the time. Why she doesn't go for that for relief, but they're all crybabies. How many of the housemates have not cried? All at some time. Do you think when I was in the house twice I ever cried? Do you
I think you just made people cry, John, to be fair.
God, I went to public school, we don't cry.
We don't cry! How dare you! Well, listen, the housemates have been in there for just over a week, and evidently the pressure is starting to show. Let's have a look.
He's making noises and then I lost.
You can't blame it down to noise.
You're more competitive than me.
I'm more competitive. I'm more competitive. Really? Really? Really?
Right, let's go.
I'm more competitive.
Let's go.
You don't know me.
honestly.
You are a sore loser. If you've got an issue, we'll have a chat later.
See, why are you talking about issues? There's no issue. Is there an issue? No. Was there ever an issue? I think you're trying to make an issue out of no issue.
No, she's not. We're playing a fucking game.
You was looking at me awkwardly sometimes.
Hold on, wait a minute. So now you answering for me now? Because that's what you're doing.
Answering
yeah,
for
you
you.
are. Because now you're saying, hold on. Now you're saying that if you was obviously straight, you're telling me that I would try it with you. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you straight. You're not my type. Yeah.
You know what, Harriet? You know what, Harriet? That's fine. That's fine.
Honestly,
no problem at all. I won't steal food anymore. I won't take too much food. I won't take too much food. I won't eat 2 eggs a day anymore. Do you know what I mean? No.
I don't want you to think no place because I don't
No, but Harriet, this is the thing. It's okay. It's okay. Whether you like me or not, I really don't give a damn. I couldn't care less.
I'm going to say it now, Joel. You're really inconsiderate. People are really getting into it. If you don't like it, walk out, simple. You're being really immature about it. Exactly, you're just being a twat.
No breaks like that, no lie. My God.
I'm literally fuming. I'm literally so angry. I can't control it.
Well, listen, Kieran commented tonight that he can't wait for things to get more interesting and he thinks that drama is brewing. Gina, clashes, they're inevitable in there, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely, because everyone's like has different personalities and, you know, they're all out for themselves. They actually are. So, of course, there's going to be clashes.
It's just going to get worse, though, isn't it?
Yeah, especially the food situation. That's ridiculous.
Well, we're going to talk about the food situation in a
Yeah.
minute, but John, I want to ask you, how hard is it to bite your tongue in there?
No, I didn't.
The most stupidest question of the night.
I didn't talk for 2 or 3 days. I just couldn't bear them. So that is the one way. That's what Bruv doesn't like if you don't talk. You don't participate, don't join in. So that was terrific. That's how I was kicked out. They pay the same when you're kicked out as long as you don't talk. So that's what I believe. But we're going to have lots of clashes.
Yeah.
Clearly, that's what we need. All the fun and games is all well and good, but we're only 7 or 8 days into the house. It's going to get really rough and nasty. And I tell you one thing, who is going to be the most likely one to be involved in it? Aaron. Certain to be. He's always uppity, he's always fighting back, feisty, blubbing, pleading, self-justification. Aaron is certain.
Two people that have already started is Harriet and Christian.
Oh, no, love Harriet. Don't you say Harriet? No, love Harriet. Tremendous girl.
Well, who do you think was in the right then?
Well, Harriet's a real girl, isn't she? But then I like a Joa too. We mustn't lose a Joa. Please
Stop
say
going off on them. It's all about Harriet and Christian.
No.
John, what about Harriet and Christian? What did you make of that?
I thought it was all a bit of a non-event, really. But I've just got to say about the Aaron and Joel argument. I was like, I was so laughing so much because she's going, just let your mind go blank. And Aaron's getting so bent out of shape. I'm like, you're not finding that bit hard, are you, babe? So I don't know what you're like so worried about. It was kind of like a non-event, right?
A little casual non-event.
A little casual non-event.
It's not working.
Yeah.
What are we making of Harriet and Christian?
It was so
just silly, babe.
No, do you know what? He was just like being competitive, as you do. It's just jokes, but she actually took it serious, and he was just like, you know, when you have an arm wrestle, you want to be like, yeah, I'm going to win. It's just jokes, but I actually think he was in the right.
Team Christian or Team Harriet?
Christian was on edge because everything for him is about the impression he makes on others. He was really gutted that he couldn't even win the arm wrestle against Aaron, and it basically got out of control.
I do. I think he let Aaron win. I do. I honestly, yeah, definitely.
Why?
Because he just did. Too easy. Yeah. It was too easy.
Too easy.
I'll arm wrestle with Harriet. I'll take on Harriet in the arm wrestling. Who would back me to beat Harriet? Come on.
Let's do it! Come on! Don't you know?
Thank you. I mean, what can I say? I beat John McCririck 25 million to 1. Listen, give it up for these guys. That was such a good game. Thank you. I'm so sorry that that's all we've got time for tonight. And a massive thank you to all of my guests and my fantastic audience tonight. I'll be back here tomorrow at 11 p.m. where I'm joined by Dorian herself, Leslie Joseph, Vicky Michelle, Mark Byron and Geordie Shaw's Ricky. Until then, I'll see you tomorrow. Night.